Hamilton Mayor Andrea Horwath joins us after a bit of a political reunion yesterday.
Good way to put it.
Yes.
Good way to put it.
Kind of a Queen's Park reunion in Hamilton.
Yeah, you know, it was really interesting to get a chance to speak to the Premier before we had the public event. And as he said during the campaign, which I guess people didn't really pick that up, he was going to work with me no matter what. He said, you know, you're going to be the mayor, I'll work with you. He said that publicly, and he made good on it. And so, you know, we had roles to play in the legislature. He identified that, I've identified that, but my partisan jersey is now retired and I'm all about Hamilton.
Right.
And so we're not going to agree on everything, but making sure that we are finding those places where we can do things that benefit our city and that help Hamiltonians. I'm all in, and so is he.
Right, and you were at an announcement yesterday, 15 million announcement, development announcement for Canada's oldest bakery on Nebo Road.
Yes, yeah, Canada Bread, which is now Bimbo. An investment that's going to bring the largest tortilla line in all of Canada to our city. So it's pretty exciting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So different smells coming from that bakery.
Different smells, yeah,
it's
it was
be awesome.
lovely. And when I walked through the plant, of course, I saw a number of products that are in my pantry. So
okay, very good. Okay. Not so great smells coming from the sewage system.
Yeah.
We had another detected leak, but I mean, this is good that Hamilton Water found this leak.
Absolutely. After the leak in November, it became really clear that we needed to be more proactive. Nobody likes to have these leaks be identified because it's obvious that it's affecting the environment when those leaks are happening, and they've been happening for some time. But it's more, I think, responsible for us to proactively try to find them and fix them instead of just waiting for that terrible surprise to happen. So that's so the staff put together a tool, a risk assessment tool, and so they're going to the areas of the city where they think the system might be vulnerable to have had a problem that we don't know about. And so they're checking it out, and that's exactly how this was found. They proactively checked out this particular space, and sure enough, they found a leak, and they got right on it.
I didn't realize that Hamilton has such an old sewage system. It's the third
like
oldest in Canada.
Yeah, the
it's
third
because we
oldest in
had
the
a
country.
system so early.
Absolutely, and it's a system that has quirks. If you were
Yes.
building a water system and a sewer system and a storm water system now, it wouldn't be built the way ours is built. But as you said, it's the third oldest in the country, and we need to do some of those upgrades.
Okay, today's weather reminds us of a situation over the holidays. It's cold and it's snowing, and during one snow event, a lot of the warming centers, the libraries, were closed.
Yeah.
So what happens now? Like, because it was a fiasco because people didn't have any place to shelter in.
Well, what's happened now is the city has provided extra funding and is ensuring that those warming centers are available. I think it was horrifying to see what happened, and certainly that's not the way that we should be dealing with folks who are vulnerable and who are unhoused in our community. We need to make sure that they're not stuck out in the cold on freezing weather. The other piece that we're doing, though, is looking at whether the trigger for the opening of warming centers overnight in a greater capacity is the appropriate trigger. So right now I think it's the minus 15 degrees
wind chill,
Celsius with wind chill minus 20, and so I don't know. I don't think that that's right at this point. I think we really do have a responsibility to review that, and we're doing exactly that. In some cities, many cities have the same standard. Some cities add other kind of factors, like, for example, heavy snow might be one. So we're looking at exactly those things. What we prefer? We would prefer everybody have a safe roof over their head all the time, 24/7, with the supports they need to be well. That's not where we're at right now, so let's make sure we're taking care of people.
Okay, because that's the big question of how do we get there next?
Sure, and $125,000 of emergency dollars were identified and put in place to make sure that those facilities are available, but that's the beginning. That's not the end. We have to do this other work.
Okay, we've got about 30 seconds left. What do you want to talk about now?
Well, you know, it's interesting to see the snow that's here on the ground. I would ask that people be really, really careful. When I woke up this morning, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
And I almost didn't make it, as you know, because all of a sudden it was a deluge. So just being safe and you know, being careful as a driver as well as a pedestrian. It's going to be an interesting day today. So let's all keep each other safe.
Keep each other warm. Okay, thanks very much, Hamilton Mayor Andrea Horwath.
Thank you.